Hey everyone, I'm Matt.
Hi, I'm Desiree.
And we're bringing you this week's Rising Tide West Coast Swing Guide.
We are back again for our Summer Power Series here on the Rising Tide West Coast Swing Guide, where we are bringing you moves that require strength and dynamic and showing you how you can do them safely and effectively. So, we talked last time for our 300th guide, you can go ahead and check that one out, about a walk around with a follower's exit. And we talked about different ways that the follower could exit from that walk around with a lot of strength and agility. But the follower was still very much upright, standing with strong posture. Now we're going to talk about a very specific exit that takes a lot of skill, and that is a follower's exit from a monkey bar, a specific moment in movement that is invited by the leader and then followed through upon by the follower. So we're going to show this to you, and then we're going to break it down with some lead and follow tips to keep this really safe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, leaders, I'm going to talk about the setup for you, and then we're going to get into the followers part, and then we'll kind of revisit the leaders midway through. So, initial setup. We did break down the start of this move last time, so we're not going to go into that. Once we get to here, I want to create a window for the follower. So what I'm doing is I'm relaxing my body, I'm relaxing my connection, and I'm also lightening this up to create a feeling like I'm not going to crank the follower through something. I'm creating a lot of space here, and there's a lot of negative space for the follower to fill up.
So we can fill that up.
I'm also making sure that I myself am very stable. If I get to that position and my arm's up but my feet are here, I'm not in a nice stable weight supported position. So I want to have a nice wide stance, slight turnaround in the feet. Maybe I'm even split weight here because I'm not the focus at this moment.
So followers, you can keep in mind what Matt said. He was stable, he was open, and he's giving the follower a lot of space, a lot of negative space as he called it. So we need to be able first and foremost to distinguish if we can even attempt this move based on whether the leader is following through with a lead that he's continuing or she's continuing or they're continuing to initiate, or they're giving an opening or an invitation. So a good example of this is a left side pass with an inside turn. Matt leads that, let's just say he leads constant connection all the way through. He is telling me to do that move from there to here. But if he were to lead me in a free spin, there's clearly an opening. I can choose to just square up, or I can choose to continue to dance a little bit, right? There's a clear opening. Now, what if he led me in a left side pass with an inside turn, and I decided that I wanted to slow that down, maybe even redirect? Well, if he let me, then that is another opening. I have to be able to understand if he is, in that moment as a leader, going to lead me straight through. I want to try something new. Oh, it's not going to work. He didn't let me, or he is letting me do that. So bear in mind, there are very clear openings, like the leader's not moving and they're raising their arm and they're waiting for you, or there are openings like wider turns with bigger space in which you can take, see, create some connection, and then if that connection is reciprocated with the leader, letting you do a little bit more and add some more creativity, followers, that is when it's safe. If the leader powers through and continues, just say, not this time, maybe not even this leader, maybe they're not ready for that. All right, so next up, we are going to talk about knowing yourself. We've talked about knowing your leader. Next is knowing yourself, followers. So what I like to do here is to understand my center of gravity, or what some folks call our axis, and to find that in my body before even attempting this with the leader. And one of the things that I think is really helpful in finding our axis, finding our center of gravity, for me it's right about here, I feel, is to then practice manipulating our balance on that center of gravity. And the easiest way to do this is simply to start with some counters in a safe space. So probably not on a crowded dance floor, maybe alone in your practice space. Thinking about maybe countering the forward body, the top part of the body forward, and the bottom part of the body back. Maybe taking that in the opposite direction, maybe going to the side, maybe going around and noticing how, like a fulcrum, your body is adjusting there. Once you can do that safely, then you know that you can get into this monkey bar position. You can ask for that moment, kind of snuff out the harder lead, and you can create that counter in your body. Final part is the fun part. Once you've listened to the leader, once you've discovered what you can do in your own body and how you can stay on balance, then we can get creative. And turn this in to whatever you'd like it to be.
Leaders, the final tip for you, and you can kind of notice me doing this, we create that window with the arm up. However, from a physics standpoint, this is not a position in which I should be supporting weight because my arm is very far extended. And so what I want to do is, as I feel the follower lower, I'm going to lower this arm with resistance to engage more of my shoulder so I can provide more stability. Important safety tip for leaders.
So you're lowering with resistance, almost thinking up while lowering down instead of just relaxing it. If you relax it, that person is on their bottom and you're both going to feel a little sheepish. So remember, resist up and lower down so that the stability remains.
That was your guide. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and check out our website and online store, link in the description.
Bye!